I think what I struggle with, well, I wouldn't say struggle, but maybe I feel a little bit on the fence about
Uh-huh.
is the idea of discerning whether a man being completely frank about what he wants versus like using him saying what he wants as a way of manipulating. So let me give you an example.
Hmm.
If your partner's like, you know what, I want to do X, Y, and Z with you in a year from now, and they're kind of painting a picture of how you get to that point. How do I discern whether that is like future faking, as we have come to learn,
Right.
versus him being like someone who's actually thinking about the future and like seeing a future with you and being clear and actually just saying what he wants? How do I know the difference?
It's hard because a lot of women ask questions. They'll ask it in different ways, but the question behind the question is like, how can I avoid making the wrong decision and save time?
Yeah.
It's essentially what you're asking. But here's the thing:
Yeah.
clarity comes through time, right?
That's the part
Right, right.
though.
That's the thing. Now, what will save you time a little bit is to not delude yourself,
Okay.
right? So what you want to look for, you want to look at the unification of like words and action, word and deed,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So a lot
That's
of people,
fair.
what messes a lot of women up is like, you'll hear women talk about like they dealt with a man who was a master manipulator and all this kind of stuff. Most of the
Yeah.
time it's nonsense. What really happens is you want something to be true. And even if he slightly suggests it, you manipulate yourself. You gaslight
Yeah.
yourself into it, right? So you got to make
Yeah.
sure the actions are in alignment. So if somebody is, speaking about the future, okay, what action steps are they taking?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So like meeting parents.
I would say that's something that is directionally accurate, right? That's a step in the
Okay.
right direction, but depends on like what kind of future they're painting for you.
Okay. So
Okay, if
okay.
this guy is going to be I'm going to give you the world. Okay, well then what is he doing right now to take steps to give you the world, right? Like,
Yeah.
what is his plan to be able to provide? If that's like the type of situation you're in. Not saying every man has to fit
Okay.
into that box, but you see what I'm saying? Like whatever reality he's painting, it's like okay, is he taking daily steps to that to accomplish that aim?
Okay. Okay. I think like that's fair. But in my perspective, it's more so um like so basing it on my own like objective, which is to arrive at a place where we have a commitment and we're like building a family and he's in a position to like provide and cater for that dynamic,
Mm-hmm.
right? If he is maybe avoiding the subject of like proposal and marriage, but is really excited about the subject of having babies,
Right.
right? But like, let me, oh, wait, so let me put a little disclaimer there. I've made it clear to him that I'm not in a position to actually entertain the thought of having children outside of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
So him knowing that, right? Because we've had that conversation, but him in terms of his like discourse and what we discuss with one another, what he prioritizes in the conversations or what maybe excites him
Right.
is the baby factor.
Right.
How do I take that? Like the fact that he's not necessarily being like, oh, I can't wait to propose to you, blah, blah, blah. But he's
Right.
like, babies, having kids, legacy.
Right.
How do I kind of consider that?
You mean like it's rubbing you the wrong way that he seems to light up about procreating, but not light up at the prospect of making you his wife?
I wouldn't say that it's rubbing me the wrong way. I think it's more like I'm getting a peek into his psychology.
Mm-hmm.
I'm recognizing that for him, legacy is really important. And I think I just want to just give a bit of context here. Like both of his parents passed away and his godparents have come into the fold. And I know like in terms of social media, women are kind of made to frown upon the life experiences that shape men's psyche. but I understand psychology and how it impacts how we view the world.
Sure.
But from his perspective, I feel like legacy is such an important thing because he's like the only one. He's the only son of his mother and father.
Right.
So in how he's shaped his existence, legacy is like such a key thing, you know? So I understand that for him, in how he prioritizes like growing and relationships, the baby making factor is a key thing. But at the same time, for me, I'm like, hey, you know, I need the commitment. So I want to kind of maybe just get your perspective as a man, first and foremost, but also just as someone who has insight into relationship dynamics. How heavily should I sort of make a note of the fact that the marriage aspect seems to be a bit of an aversion in his like thinking when it comes to
aversion in what way? So walk me through an
I would
experience.
say aversion in the sense that it's not top of mind. I feel like it's more, and I think that goes for most men. Let's be like honest, right? I feel like men are conditioned to just like live their lives, and as like girls growing up and becoming women, we're like, oh my gosh, I want the wedding. I need to be a wife, and you know, like we're conditioned to think that way. So I just want to kind of make just kind of make a distinction between whether I'm projecting my conditioning on feeling offended by the fact that it's not top of mind for him when it comes to marriage, or I need to be very sort of objective in identifying the fact that him not mentioning marriage is actually something that he's not prioritizing.
Okay. How long have y'all been together?
It's been 6 months now.
Okay.
Like just
All right.
over.
Okay. A little early.
I mean, I know.
A little
but
early.
You know what's so funny?
You don't even know his favorite color yet. Go ahead.
No, I do know his favorite color. I know everything about his colors. And when we first met, I told him like straight up, I was like, listen, I'm not interested in dating. Like, I'm not interested in dating.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm not interested in dating too.
Okay.
And us communicating that kind of indicated the fact that we're ready to kind of go into it in a serious way and not like just cut out all the fluff. So for me, I feel like we kind of set the tone from the jump in that respect. So I get you, I know like 6 months, blah, blah, blah. But men know what they want like 3 months in maximum, according to my dad.
Sure. I say that on this live often. So 6 months ago, how did y'all meet?
Oh my goodness, this is so deep. I feel like I'm like gushing my life. Like, who are you also? Like, how do I pronounce your name?
Marquette.
Say that again?
Marquette.
Marquette. Okay. Hi, Marquette.
Hello.
I'm Mandisa. I go as Maliko.
Okay.
How we met is we were both on holiday.
Okay.
In a certain city. Okay. And it was Christmas, and he was meant to be there with his family and I was meant to be with my family. And we both ended up not being with our families on Christmas. So we met on Christmas Eve. He was out with his friends. I was out with my sister, and we met while out. Like we arrived at like the same place, and he was like, hey, you know, he came up to me, we saw each other, and he basically was like, hey, you know, are you open to doing breakfast, you know, the following day? And that was Christmas Day.
Nice.
It was Christmas Day.
Y'all got a little rom-com going
Christmas. On. Hey?
A little romantic comedy going on.
It was, right? Like, how cute.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, we actually spent Christmas together. And we were both kind of feeling sad. Like, prior to it, we came to understand it from our communication on the day, that we were feeling bummed by not being with our families, and we were feeling like, what the heck are we going to do on Christmas on our own? But it ended up being like the most amazing Christmas.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see how, like, from your perspective, this is meant to be. considering like
I
considering how y'all
know, but
met.
I don't want to be cheesy.
Right, right. Okay, so I'm stuck on that word aversion. So when you bring up marriage, how does he respond to it?
I feel like he's open to it. It's not like he kind of shuts it down. I just feel like for him, what I recognize is that when I bring it up,
Hmm.
I can see like the wheels churning in his mind because for him, he hasn't been in that position to actually make a decision like that, you know,
Hmm.
or consider it in the active sense. Because when I'm bringing it up, I'm bringing up like the engagement aspect. And what he said is that, what I would hope is that we would do it our way.
How
So it's
frequently?
I wouldn't say like it's a blatant aversion, but what I do recognize is that he's actively thinking about it as if he's thinking about it for the first time.
Gotcha, gotcha. Did when y'all first got together and discussed that you wanted to be like more intentional, did y'all discuss any kind of timelines?
So following that conversation, like initially, we
Hmm.
did discuss timelines, and I'm so glad that we're actually doing this, Marquette.
Quit.
Thank you. So we did discuss timelines. So
Hmm.
I was like to him, look, by like mid-year, no, what he had said was, okay, we have some like sort of project objectives because we both like entrepreneurs, and so we understand our objectives as it relates to our businesses and how we want to collaborate in terms of like mutually owning a business and operating it and building traction.
Right.
He indicated that part and then said, so basically by the year end, which is the end of this year,
Uh-huh.
he would be looking at marriage.
Okay.
And then the following year, like procreation.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, that sounds like an actually healthy timeline. I'm actually happy with that. I feel like that makes sense. But I also want to make it very clear then, if the year end is a marriage aspect, I think by mid year, I need to have an indication as it relates to like engagement. Like an engagement needs to come to, you know.
Hmm.
So I guess as it stands, those are our timelines,
How
and that's what
frequently?
was communicated.
How frequently are you bringing this up in conversation?
I wouldn't say we bring it up frequently, but I feel like there are periods where we make an active or like the intentional decision to just like touch base as it relates to our timelines. Because what I like about what he does, he'll be like, okay, so we're in Q1 right now, and there are these particular milestones that we haven't quite nailed, and we're approaching the end of Q4, Q2, and there's this and this that we've sorted out, and there's some things that we needed to have already solidified at this point, but because of timelines and circumstances, we weren't able to land them. So for me, it gives me a sense of security that he's actively considerate of the plans and the timelines that we've communicated and making reference to them, even if we are maybe out of sync with
Hmm.
regards to the timeline and our prescribed deadline and not necessarily meeting it. So I would say often, often, but not so much. Can I just highlight? Not so much the active step of engagement. That to me is, I think, my bone of contention. I think maybe it's a personal thing. Like, because I'm not hearing this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think
This
on
is,
on your end, you have to like y'all seem like very intelligent, analytical people. That's a strength.
okay.
It's also your weakness
Ooh.
with relational matters. It's a lot of mind, very little heart. I'm hearing. You want to unify
Oh,
both,
snap.
right? So you're almost micromanaging the process,
Oh my
kind
goodness.
of covertly by like bringing it up. Like you're depriving yourself of the moment of like being shocked and everything because you're like wanting to know all the details and taking the magic out of the experience. Like think about how y'all met.
Yeah.
If you micromanage that, you wouldn't even have this like awesome story to share with people, right? Like the
Yeah, that's
beauty of
true.
that was that it was like not planned and you kind
Yeah.
of went with the flow with it. You already said your piece. The most important thing is you've linked what you want with what he wants. He wants
Yeah.
legacy, and the doorway to getting that legacy is making you his wife. So he has to marry you
Yeah.
to get what he wants. Now, that doesn't mean you're just a means to an end because he could do that with someone else, right? He's deciding to do that with
Yeah.
you, right? So it's like you've already communicated the important information. So now it's time to just observe and
Yeah.
just see what the person does. You're trying to look for data so that you can have certainty in the
So true.
situation, right? You probably don't like ambiguity. You probably don't like when things are a bit nebulous, but
Yeah.
you can't really micromanage life. That will
Yeah.
quickly disappoint
I
you.
know.
You got to let go of those reins. I know it's hard because it's partially why
Yeah.
you mentioned you're both entrepreneurs. Assuming that y'all are successful, like that's part of being successful, right? It's like kind of
Yeah.
micromanaging everything and keeping everything on track, project management, right? But
Yeah.
from a
Exactly.
macro perspective, surrender is the best strategy.
Okay. Okay. I feel that. I feel that as well. Because I feel like it did get to a point where I felt like I was being a little bit too like pedantic,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't feel, I guess it just didn't feel like good. I didn't feel like it was me operating from like a heart center place. It was
Mm-hmm.
very like cerebral. And I think what you're saying kind of validates where I've sort of transitioned to over the last like month or so, where I'm just like, you know what? This guy can say whatever he wants to say. And I don't want to say this guy because, he's my sweetie pie.
Hmm.
He can say what he needs to say or express what he needs to express, and I just need to take it for what it is,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time allow for how things unfold
Mm-hmm.
to just do what it does, and not also have any tension about it, because I
Right.
feel like what's important is actually just like you said, like experiencing it
Mm-hmm.
rather than like predicting it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem, love. Yeah, just remind yourself of that when you get in that mode again, like looking for evidence and wanting to talk about
I
it. But
know.
I mean, based on the vibe of like you sharing y'all story and talking about how you two engage, like I don't see why this wouldn't happen, right? So
Yeah.
just be a bit patient and enjoy um, the present of the
Thank
experience.
you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right,
Thank you
dear.
so much.
No problem. You take care.
Ciao.
Ciao is a lit sign off, by the way. Ciao. I'm adding that to my arsenal. I'm going back to my hometown saying ciao. Hmm? Only man in North Carolina saying ciao. We're using that. Got to stand out sometime, people. Stand out from the sea of the crowd. You feel me? All right. Do we got another caller? Do we have another caller? Oh, I feel like she was so much better than us. That was a classy sign off, right? Why we stopped saying be light? I forgot about be light. I forgot about be light. Who said that? Who signed off like that? Buddy called in when he left. He was like, all right, be light. I said, be light. So writing that shit down. Get that whole tatted. Be light. Hell of a sign off. I'm going to oscillate between be light and chow. My black brothers and sisters, we're going to say be light. Everybody else gets chow. That's how I'm going to swing it. All right. Let's see who else is here. I know a couple of people in the queue probably dropped. CC, your son is Mitt, so he gets be light and chow. Be like chow is what I'm gonna say to your son if you bring him on
Yo, bro,
the
what's up?
Dallas trip. What's going on, man? How you doing?
So I'm not great. So
Mm.
I was in a relationship with this girl
Right.
for the past 4.5 months,
Okay.
and so she for like 3 times she she had made uh, a step back in the relations. So she asked me try 3 times to make a step back. So now we had a discussion, a very big discussion, and today we dumped each other.
Mm.
So I really don't know how to do, because I I I kind of love this girl.
Okay. So what is your question for me, Chief?
Bro, I don't know if I should like return to her or continue with my life and go on.
Okay. How old are you two?
18.
Makes sense. First relationship?
Kind of.
Puppy love. All right. How long were y'all together?
4 months, 4.5 months.
Mm.
But there were there were big problems. Like we have never seen each other outside school, because
Right.
she was not like she doesn't feel like to go out or
Okay.
make those things. Sorry for my English.
We're getting there.
So yes, but
Okay.
it was like it was beautiful. We had a great time.
All right. Yeah, 4.5 months is like 10 years in teenage years. So that's like a long term relationship for your age. So, why did y'all break up?
So basically, I asked her to make a choice. So I said to her, "Do you want to have a future? Do you want to have a future, or do you wanna only have like me around for your pleasure?"
Hmm.
And she said, yeah, I want to have a future. So I asked her for a date, and she said yes. So um, today was like the date, the day of the date, but I like I said to her, I cannot, because I had the tooth, the teeth, the justice teeth. Sorry, like I had to go to the dentist.
Okay, we got it.
This.
Dentist. All right. So you canceled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I discovered that wasn't the day to go to the dentist, and I asked her to go to go to go to go. And she said, no, I cannot, I can't. And she said, next week. So I said, okay. But I asked her also if her friends will come, because she had like very close friendship with her girlfriend, and she said yes. So
okay, buddy, let's try to give me like 4 sentences max of what happened. Just try to get me there quick.
Essentially, I was a bit angry, and I said to her, you are breaking my balls. I don't know what is it in English. But she said stop. Stop. I said stop, and we broke up.
Okay. How long ago was that?
What?
How long ago?
What?
How long ago did y'all break up?
Today.
Today?
Today.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Give it a little bit of time. Have you apologized?
No,
Okay.
I did not. But because I really didn't make some. I think I didn't really make something bad. I tried my best to keep up with her, and I think she never she never appreciated that, or some kind of this.
Okay. Okay. Just give it some time, Chief. If you feel like I didn't catch most of the story, I got dentist. I was trying to put it together, but this puzzle piece, it still has a lot of pieces that are
Yeah.
missing. So we're not going to figure this story out today, but I will tell you this: if you feel like she did not do the right thing by you, then you're justified in the breakup. However, I would say let's not jump right to breaking up. Let's try to have a conversation first.
I tried.
Okay.
I tried a week ago, as I said.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can't. We're not gonna be able to figure this out, brother. So if you tried and she didn't hear you, then that's probably not the right person to have a relationship with. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I agree with you.
I do wish you the best, brother. Okay.
Yeah. Too.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you.
Ciao. I felt like I was playing charades. And I lost. I was on the losing team of charades. Did anyone catch that story? I got gun to my head. I can't tell you what happened. Gun to my head. I'm more confident I can name 5 Nick Cannon songs. Gun to my head. I can't tell you what happened. Yeah, I was feeling anxious. I had to get like shake. Was getting the shakes. I was like, so on bated breath trying to figure that shit out. But I was just gonna flip a coin on that one. Heads, break up. Right? That's a coin flip situation. That's a coin flip situation. Something happened. I don't know what though. Hilarious. Y'all are funny. Funny. All right. Hello. Hello. All right. Seems like Solange isn't here. Okay. Who else do we got? Again, people, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships issue, you can request up by hitting the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'll bring you up. I will solve your issue. Alternatively, you can drop your question in the chat. Just be advised that callers get first priority and they get better answers to their questions. Okay? All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. All right. Well, I enjoyed it. Hope you did. Let's keep it moving. Solange is back. All right, let's try this again. Hello. Hello. Well, You might get blocked, love. Don't request again. One time it's an accident. Second time, you're annoying me. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I'm kind of in a rush. Gotta make sure my daughter don't wake up. But I met a coworker.
Mm-hmm.
We've been dating or whatnot, but I don't know. Okay. So he's foreign, and it's a language barrier. And when I talk to him, it's kind of like a little frustrating.
It wasn't the
because
last
it's like
guy, was it?
Huh?
You weren't dating the guy that was just up here, were you?
No.
The one at the dentist? I was about to say, what happened at the dentist? I thought we were about to close that loop. Like, okay, you tell me what happened, baby. All right.
Oh no, it would. I'm sorry. No shade to him, but no, it wasn't him. But with him, it's like when he's talking to me, I'm very patient with him and try to understand him. Like, okay, you know. But when he don't understand me, he gets frustrated. He always say, "What the hell? What the hell?" And I'm just like, you know, like just chill out.
Right.
But he kind of made me mad because one day we was in a car and he tried to get physical, and I'm like, I'm not that type of girl, for one.
In the whip.
And two, he just and he had the audacity to say, "Oh, well, you would be mad if I was to sleep with somebody else." That's what he said. So I kind of felt a way about that or whatnot. Then later on that day, you know, usually he helps me out like financially with stuff. And I remember I was like, well, I'm going through something. And I'm the type of person, like, if I'm in a relationship or dating, like, I can't really date for real if my finances aren't in order. You know? So he was like, well, in order for me to do something for you, I have to see you. And it's kind of like giving me the setup of him trying to get me to see him, to like do something with him, and he just pay me for it. And it's like, I don't like that dynamic. I don't know. It just gives me transactional to me. I don't know.
I mean,
so what do you think?
I mean, it's still transactional. You're trying to add more steps to it.
But so I kind of got mad, and I was a little petty for what I said. But I said, well, if you're not willing to help me, is it okay if I ask another man too? And he was upset about that ever since. So
he understood that, huh?
Yeah. Right. My point exactly. Like you understood that, but everything else is a language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And he's from Senegal. Yeah. So now I haven't been talking to him, so he's been blowing up my phone like crazy. Why you not answering my phone calls and this and that and this? But it's like, I don't feel like dealing with you no more. He got to turn me off. So it's like, I don't know. Now I move on quick. So I know it's like kind of want to stay for the mere part, like to see if he can redeem himself. But kind of I'm just like, I'm done too. So I don't know. What do you think?
Redeem himself how? How will he redeem himself?
I don't know. I really don't think he can. So
ideally, if he
just let it be. As in, like, I thought he was going to apologize, or I thought he was going to be like, well, I'm sorry, like, if you need me, just let me know and I'll help you out, you know, or do something. But he just keep harassing me, talking about he want to see me, and it's like, I don't want to talk to you if there's nothing to really talk about.
Right. So you wouldn't deal with him if he wasn't like helping you out financially.
More so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was guaranteed yes, right? Because it's like you don't even understand one another. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, love. That's that situation. He's unwilling to give you money, and it sounds like you're unwilling to toot that ass up for him. So you're between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, but it's the fact that we're at work, and then he just keep everywhere I go. He just keep popping up everywhere, and I'm just like, ugh, what did I get myself into? So, yeah.
Right. I'm sure somebody will make a down payment on that ass, right? Somebody will. Somebody will. I'm sure this is just one person, someone who's actually an English speaker. So the transaction don't have to be so fucking convoluted. We can do the date, all that kind of stuff, all the bells and whistles, and then they hit that cash out. Got to be somebody.
Yeah, because I don't have no problem with it because I'm still dating around. He's not the only guy. But he was the main person that I was messing with.
Why is that?
But it's like now,
Why was he the
I've
main
been
person?
dating.
Why was he the main person?
Because he was actually investing in me. Like, anytime I had an issue, like, he was there. Like, when I had a flat tire, when I needed some, you know,
And you haven't slept with him? You haven't slept with him?
No, not at all.
Well, I see why he getting mad in Spanish.
And he'll just send me money. You said what now?
I said I see why he getting mad in Spanish. Because he expects the product. He on Amazon looking like tracking the package. And he's like, you said 2-day shipping. You said I paid for Prime. You said 2-day shipping. Shit ain't here yet. What's going on? He calling customer support right now. Where is that ass I ordered?
But I'm scared, like, even if I was to be intimate with him, like, I'm not the type of person, like, I don't know. I just feel like he's just going to ask for more.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to get irritated.
Oh, he's going to be a repeat customer for sure. Well, we don't know that yet. You got to do the first time to see if he comes back. He could leave a bad review. He could get on Yelp and be like, not worth it. The pictures oversold. I don't get the hype, actually. I don't know. Put you on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, but I really do think, I don't know. So, guess it'll just be awkward at work then. Because, like I said, I have no issue cutting him off. So, and then a lot of people, it's in a, well, what to say? He's a Yelp review incoming. But a lot of people, I don't know, it's like when you're dating someone, you know, and I feel like the man should be the provider, you know, and I, you know, provide him with a good time or whatnot. I'm not just like a sitting log and just sitting there looking pretty. Like, I actually interact with him. I try to get to know him, you know, learn about his family or whatnot. Go to restaurants with him, you know, give him a good time. So it's not really just me using him for money, but I mean, I expect the man to be a man.
What do you think, when men hire escorts, what do you think that's like?
Go to the room, do what it do, and he pays the money and keep it pushing. Is that what I'm saying?
Escorts, they do a little bit more than that. They talk to you, act like they're interested in your situation, kind of pretend to be your girlfriend a little bit, and they also toot that ass up.
But then he's talking about falling in love. He just want to move in together next year and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't even know. I'm just confused. So do you think he's like living a fairy tale as well, of delusion? Because he's already talking about he wants me to be his wife, he wants me to have his kids and stuff like that, and it's like, I don't know. He want me to just do it up and he just pay me the money. I don't know which one.
No, it sounds like he wants to be with you for real. You better chill out before you get trafficked. If you see any, you better chill out before you get trafficked. If you see any mystery machines outside, any windowless vans, just go in the opposite direction.
You need to stop.
Yeah, he gonna be like, I bought this fair and square.
I cannot.
Press. I wouldn't deal with it anymore though. Honestly, I would rethink your strategy, love. There's a higher paradigm which you're thinking about. You're engaging from very transactional place. You want to deal with, if you want someone who's like a provider type, one, you got to be the woman who's a match for that. Two, you have to also inspire that. Men tend to naturally want to provide for women who they love. That's the weirdest thing about this whole conversation. It's like men generally want to provide for women who they actually are in love with. A lot of men became successful to provide for a woman they were actually in love with, right? But that takes a certain type of woman because she has to inspire that, right? So women who are entitled don't inspire that. Women who automatically look at you as like, oh, you're the provider, so you're supposed to do this, as like it's your job to do this, don't inspire that, right? So I would encourage you to kind of think of it differently and start to, pour into yourself a bit more so that you emanate and exude that energy that will make just about any man want to take care of you.
Yeah, because I don't have an issue with men taking care of me. It's just a mere fact that I just don't want him to expect the physical right off rip and make it transactional. But I understand completely what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just cut it, just cut it off and call it a day.
There you go. Well, I wish you the best, though, love. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. All right. Put them prices in the chat, love. I think there's some guys here who might help you out. Mr. O'Neill being one of them. Let's put them prices right in the chat. Do it for real. Let's see some deals. I want to see the real number. Put it like slash it. Like I want you Walmart that bitch. Roll back. $30 slash $24.99. That's what I want to see. He wanted at least a sample. No, he might does want to marry a shorty. You don't know. Possible. It's possible. Y'all see how they be here in the chat? How do you inspire a man to provide? I should have known that was coming. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Shouldn't have said that. Listen, man. I'll be honest with you. I teach this stuff daily, and I certainly can help. But at the same time, some people just built different. Some people just built different. It's the truth. Some guys are built different. Some women are built different. Some women who are like, it's hard to quantify. There are very few women who I've dated who are like muses, right? Muses. Very few. I would say out of all the women I've dated, two have been muses. Meaning they inspired more. It's a hard thing to quantify because it's like an energy. They tend to be feminine, though. I can tell you that. I can kind of give you hints. They tend to be very feminine. They tend to be very attractive. Right? Pleasant. What else? I've articulated this better before. I'm tired right now. But you want to be a muse instead of a succubi. They're opposites. A succubi is someone who's draining the man they're with. Draining. So the woman who is complaining, right? I found you on YouTube. Nice. A woman who's complaining. A woman who's entitled. A woman who's critical. Okay, that's a succubus. Right? Succubi. You don't want that. She's just draining energy. A muse gives energy. Not her energy, but she like just energizes you when you're in her presence. Just a vibe. It's just a vibe, man. It's an energy thing. It's not like, oh, engage in these behaviors and then you get this result. Nah, it's like shit gotta be in you. I'll do a better job at quantifying it later. It's a way of communicating. I think it helps. Like, for example, a muse kind of like pours into you, right? Okay, a muse kind of pours into you. So I give you an example of like the previous muse who I've used before. At the time, I wasn't doing this business. I was in tech sales, and I was acting. So at the time, I was like, okay, I'm just going to act. I'm going to do tech sales. I'm going to act, and the tech sales are going to fund the acting. Right? That was the plan. And when I used to talk to her, I would like position myself as an actor. That's what I would talk about a lot. So she introduced me to her work friends who were doctors, and a few of them would ask me like, "What do you do? Right? What do you do for a living?" And I would lead with the more impressive thing, right? I was, oh, tech sales, and then she would correct me and be like, "No, he's an actor," as like telling me indirectly, like, "No, you can say what you actually like doing. You don't have to say that here, right?" But the quality that I got from her was like, there was a she could see potential, but she didn't expect it, right? She could see potential, but she didn't expect it. Meaning, I choose this version of you, but I also see this. And if you go in that direction, I'm going to support it. Does that make sense? Nurture is a good word. All right, that makes sense. These little qualities. These little qualities. It's very rare to come across. It's very rare to come across. Only came across it twice. Only came across it twice. But very rare to come across. Describe it one more again. Ma, you better get blocked. You know how hard it was for me to even like access those examples? My brain being as fried as it is right now. I thought most women were like that though. No, they're not. What gave you that impression? What gave you that impression? Most women, in my personal experience, are self-focused, kind of conditioned to be that way, to be honest with you. Men are conditioned in all ways. Women are conditioned to be a little bit selfish. Not selfish, self-centered. Put it that way. Self-centered. So, like, what am I getting? Right? Because think about it. You're being raised, told you're a princess. Look at what people tell women. You're so pretty. You don't deserve that. You're so pretty. What do you mean you're so pretty? You don't deserve that. What does prettiness have anything to do with this person deserves? All right. You didn't earn beauty. I guess you can to a degree, but it's just your parents happen to look good and you got good genes. Yeah, or you're beautiful. So yeah, a lot of women are kind of conditioned to be kind of self-centered. And a lot of men have experienced this. Now women experience this too. This isn't like men aren't self-centered. Yes, men are self-centered too. But I don't think men are conditioned to be self-centered in the same way that women are conditioned to be self-centered. Look at how fathers raise their daughters, telling her what she deserves. Like good, well-meaning fathers, right? But it's like, you just deserve it just because you're my daughter. You deserve it. You deserve someone to treat you like this just because, right? So, guys will complain to me. They'll be like, they're going on a date. And I would describe those type of women as graceful. Graceful isn't the right word. Muse is a better word to me. Free to use whatever you want. But graceful describes her. Muse describes like her impact on other people. But yeah, they'll go on dates and they won't talk about the guy at all. I can tell you this: I've like shared accomplishments with women who I've dated in the past, talked about things I'm interested in, they couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. Attracted to me, sure. Find me to be physically attractive and enjoyable and likable and funny and smart, intelligent, and all this other type of things, right? Well dressed, discerning, wise, inspiring, admirable. Whole list of other adjectives. But they don't give a fuck about your inner world. They don't give a fuck about that. Don't care. Couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. Could not care less. So that gets annoying. But then you come across some who are like, remember what you say, and ask you about what you've done. Oh, that thing that you were working on, how did that turn out? The same one that I told you who had the muse quality. I remember I told her that I was like writing a screenplay. And we went back to her place after a date. And she said, pull your screenplay up. And then she sat there and just read it and gave me feedback on it in real time as she read it. And gave really good feedback. Now you don't. That shit's hard to find, man. With women, it's just hard. It's hard to find. It's just hard to find. It's hard to find it when it's not desperate and performative. Understand the nuance. Some women will be very performative and they really try to get you, and they may do those things to like get you, right? And then others, it's like simply an expression of who they are. You get the distinction? Those are the muses. It's an expression of who they are. Other ones, it's like performative. It's like, oh, you're trying to get me. It's similar to a man who's like contorting himself to like be what you want. There's a difference. I think I met one man that remember what we spoke about. Yeah, it goes both ways. It's not a gender thing. But both sides complain about the same thing. But I don't know. That's just how I think about it. That's how I understand it. I remember the experience of that and being like, oh, that's different. It's a different quality. Again, like I said, twice. Ran into it twice. And it's not surprising that that woman I'm referring to, every man she ever dated wanted to be with her. It wasn't a relationship. I was dating her. But she was telling me, like, as we dated, she used to have a roster, and she said she had to stop doing it because every man wanted to be with her. I'm like, I bet. I got a ring in my pocket right now. That's why I'm sitting like this, because my ass cheeks hurt. But the ring is in my back pocket. I'm sitting on it. I was going to propose till you said that, but now I think I should hold off. I think I should hold off now. It's rare, man. I'm telling you. It is rare. It is rare. Now, Shorty had her other issues. I'm not describing perfection. I'm just saying she did have that muse quality. Other issues, though. Fearful, avoidant, I think. I don't know if she was fearful, avoidant. She might have been anxious with an avoidant, like, presentation. That was a different stage 2 woman. But a muse nonetheless. Give us some details. Well, the details you need. Which is an attractive quality. What's an attractive quality? And the second, what? We're not going to talk about the second. We're not going to talk about the second. All you need to know is that it was 2. And that was the first one. You said everything but nothing at the same time. You want to know how it ended. I don't need to go into how it ended. Just know that it did end. And it's all good. Only person I ever thought about spinning the block on, though. I lied. Thought about it twice. All right. We need another caller. Let's bring somebody else up. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. So I told you I was gonna come back.
Who are you, love? Remind me who you are.
I told you I was gonna come back. It was about the 40-year-old guy that had to tell me something but couldn't tell me the day when he told me he wanted to talk. Yeah.
Okay. Was pissing me off. I got mad all over again. Just you rehearsing that. Okay. What happened with it?
Yeah. So we finally talked. And you were right. It was not looking good at all. Yeah, he crushed me.
What'd he say?
Because it was long distance, he felt like that it was too much pressure for him. I guess him wanting me to come down there to live where he's at. I guess he didn't like the long distance thing, or he was saying like, as a man, he would take on everything that I got going on, you know, and he said that was too much pressure for him, which it probably could be true. But to me, it was just like the way he handled the situation, like telling me you wanted to talk, but we couldn't talk. And then it's 7 days later, you know, and then you went to your dad's house. You text me a little bit of what you wanted to talk about, but then we still couldn't talk about it because you went to your dad's house. So you was very calculated. So that causes more anxiety, more anxiousness. It just, like the beginning of it, how everything started, I was on this dopamine high. And then now I just feel like I just hit this big wave of a crash. And it's like, I don't know how to feel about it, because it's like, a part of me feels like he's telling me the truth. It might have been too much pressure for him. But then it's like, dang, you ain't have to build me up just to let me down like that.
And how long did y'all date?
It wasn't even that long. It was like 2 months, going on 3 months. It was not that long at all.
Okay. And y'all met how?
He inboxed me through TikTok.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said that the distance wasn't working, and that he thought about like you moving down there, but then he would cover all the bills, and he's like,
But that's what he assumed in his own head. Like, I'm good. Like, I'll take care of myself. Like, I don't know why he would think that far. And it's like, you created all this pressure in your own head. Like, that wasn't what I was thinking. Like, if I ever decided on my own, if I wanted to move to another state, I wasn't expecting him to do anything. That would have been on my own dime, not his.
right.
But he created this whole scenario in his head, and now it's just crashed and burned.
Did anything significant happen around the time he sent you the text?
After he sent the text message, he had already told me that we needed to talk about the relationship, but he wasn't ready to talk about it. And then he went to his dad's house, I guess, to play pool, and his kids were with him. So my whole thing was, what was the point of even sending me the text message and telling me, you know, giving me little hints about what you want to talk about, and now we still can't talk about it because you still ain't ready.
But like, let's say the week of or let's say a 2-week span, did anything significant happen?
Nothing.
Okay. So no meeting of parents, no talking about taking things to the next level, nothing like that?
No, I was following his lead. I never said anything about me moving to the state that he's in. He said he brought all of this up. I've
Right.
never once mentioned anything like that.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I hate it for you, love, but sometimes people are inconsiderate like that. It's like if you know you can't do the distance, why do the distance, right?
Right. I just feel like he was just gassing me up just to let me down
Mm-hmm.
or just using me for the time being. I don't know.
Did
But
y'all
thank
ever
you for listening. I don't want to hold you.
did y'all ever have any conflict?
No, it was none. We never argued about anything. Like it was consistent. We would wake up in the morning before he had to go to work or I had to go to work. Like we literally put aside a time to communicate, talk, to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I drove down there. He drove down here. Everything was perfectly fine.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hate to love. How old was he again?
40.
Fuck.
Yes.
Definitely no better at 40. Was he like, how long had he been single?
I think I told you he was single for about a year.
How long was his previous relationship?
16.
16 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's what did it.
Yep.
That's what did it. Too soon. 16 years? My shit was 8 years. It took multiple years to be in a place where I felt like I could like love somebody for real.
Yeah.
So half the time.
But it was like he found me. I wasn't.
That's what.
You know?
That's annoying. It's annoying. People listen. Somebody who has a social media presence. It is annoying when people seek you out and waste your motherfucking time. That's annoying as shit. That is
That's
so
what's
annoying.
irking me.
But yeah, sometimes people like they don't mean any harm. It's not like they're planning it. Like I forgot what the rule is, but they say don't attribute to malice that which can be explained by ignorance.
Okay.
That will save you a lot of time. A lot of times when we are experiencing a negative experience with a person, we kind of like default to they meant to do it, right? Most time, I would say 8 times out of 10, it's not intentional. It was collateral damage. He probably
That's
was just
exactly what I feel like I was.
yeah, probably just made an impulsive decision. He was, oh, you're attractive, and then he talked to you, and then he enjoyed you, and then he was driving. And before he knew it, he was like, oh wait, now things are getting real. Like you people like when things become real, sometimes they see their actual capacity. When things are in fantasy land and possibility land, it's like, shit's cool. But then once we actually have to ground it to reality, it's like, oh shit, right? And some people can't tolerate their realization, so they just run.
That's crazy. But then it's like what made me even more upset, I was just more upset with myself. This hurts me because it's like I was celibate for 3 years. And it's like not celibate no more.
Well, don't beat yourself up for that. It's a mistake.
No, like I am beating myself up though because I wasn't not celibate just because, just to be celibate. It was a reason behind it.
You're right, but you're also human though.
Yeah.
Can't hold yourself to an impossible standard. That's an impossible standard to hold yourself to. Just get back on the horse. That's it.
But I don't feel the need to just like I thought this was something real,
Mm-hmm.
because our energy and chemistry was great. I thought this was, something really real. I was, like I said, I was following his lead. Everything was perfectly fine. And then I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm just not coming to the terms with the reality of how he.
But here's the thing: the connection. I don't think the connection was fake. Let's say you did let's say instead of him sending you this text, he got hit by a truck. Relationship still ends. Was it not real because he got hit by a truck?
No.
Okay. So that's kind of the situation here. It's like there was a realization that he was like, oh, well, I can't do this. Right? So then that real relationship that you had with him ended. It's just you had the expectation of like we're right off into the sunset now,
Right.
which is understandable.
That's how he led me.
Which is understandable, but guess what? If that truck hit him, you also can't ride off to the sunset. Like you got to lose people. Like that's life. You're gonna lose yourself one day when you die.
I wasn't prepared though.
I get it, but that's often how it happens. That's often how it happens.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you for listening.
No problem, love. Just grieve the connection. That's it. You don't have to story tell. We kind of make things worse when we try to like create stories around the experience. All you have to say is that this one hurt. That's it.
Yep, it hurt. It hurts a lot.
You don't have to add anything else to it. Just this hurt. And then let it hurt for a little while and you'll be okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No problem, dear. You have a good one, all right?
You too.
It sucks though. It sucks. Especially you get older. Heartbreak hit different, you get a little bit older. It's like I got about 2 more in me. If that. About 2 more. If that. And it's like, forget about it. Forget about it. Over with. We being very intentional. Very intentional with who we allow in. I don't let just anyone in here. I don't let just anyone in here. Just know if I let you in here, you've gone through quite the vetting. Quite the vetting experience without knowing it. Danny boy.
Hey, what's up? So you got the Chick-fil-A tea?
Right? Lemonade. Get it right, brother.
Lemonade. Okay, yeah, I'm playing good stuff. I was just going to throw myself up here. If people want to tap my profile and add me and DM me if you're interested in the Dallas trip, I'll send you a form to fill out. We'll be doing the raffle end of this month. So you'll have some time to plan for the trip. But
Sorry,
other
people.
than that, yeah, that last call, very relatable. I think a lot of us have been there.
Yes. When you think something is like a real connection, and then, yeah, it just
And they're
fizzles
gone.
out. It sucks.
And they're gone.
It
Yeah.
sucks so much.
Hits you right in
Yeah.
the kidneys.
Yeah. You're making me reflect. I don't even want to think about it no more.
I don't either. I don't. But you said something that it helps a lot. Is just acknowledging that it hurts. Just sometimes you think back, and I feel like especially if you don't do well with open loops because it's an open loop. Like I know for me, because I came from as a late bloomer, for a long time I would over-index a lot of my dating problems through the lens of attraction. Like everything came from an attraction issue, a spark issue, but obviously there's a lot of variables that come into this stuff, and I could be really hard on myself when there's open loops like that. But just sitting there and acknowledging this experience hurts, and just sitting with those emotions can go a long way when you experience situations like this.
Yeah, man. That shit, it definitely, shit definitely can run its course. I think here's the trick. A good book for you all who want to get like up level your emotional intelligence. Letting Go by David Hawkins. There's also the trick to deal with anxious attachment, by the way. Because the ultimate, like when I help clients with anxious attachment, like I give them like different practices and stuff. Ultimately, you gotta just not think that anxiety is a problem. So the premise of the book, Letting Go, is he looks at emotions as being just physical sensations in the body. When you think about this, it's true. When you feel sad, you probably think when you're about to cry, like you probably feel that in like your throat, right? Anger probably and rage probably exists like heat in your chest, right? So the practice of letting go is when you resist an emotion, you essentially give more power to it. So resisting an emotion can be like, I don't want to feel this. That's resisting it, right? That's resisting it when you're like, I don't want to feel this. And then, anything you resist creates counter resistance.
Right.
So you're essentially feeding it, right? So in letting go, the practice is to, instead of resist it, you embrace it. So the first step is you just locate where the physical sensation is in your body. You don't label the emotion. You don't say, I'm sad, I'm this, I'm that, I'm anxious. You just go into your body and just locate where the physical sensation is. That physical sensation is the emotion, because emotions are just energy in motion, right? Emotion. You locate it. When you locate it, you just try to feel it as much as possible. You do the opposite of what your default is. Your default is, I don't want to feel this. The opposite is you embrace it and you try to feel it as much as possible. Let's say your emotion is right here. You put your awareness right there and you just breathe into it and you try to feel it as much as possible. When you do that, you'll discover that it starts to feel lighter. The intensity turns down and it starts to release. Because the way that you process an emotion is by feeling it. Not thinking about it, not storytelling. Storytelling is a big one. People like to start writing stories about what's going on. Like the previous caller, she wants to create a narrative so she can have certainty over the situation. Feel like she can control it if she has a narrative around it, right? Resist the urge of creating the story. Because what he says is, for every emotion can create 1,000 thoughts. Every emotion can create 1,000 thoughts. Can't prove this, but you know what? If you're anxiously attached, that sounds true, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You feel that anxiety, and now your brain's going crazy with all these possibilities. But it's not your brain going crazy. It is the anxiety that's causing your brain to go crazy, because once you no longer feel the anxiety, your brain doesn't go crazy anymore. So he's like, feel the emotion, put your awareness there. Feel where it's at in your body. Try to feel as much as possible. When you feel it, it will start getting lighter. It will literally feel lighter until it just dissipates. I've done it for years. I read this book probably in like 2012. And I try to read it like once a year. I'm not perfect with it, because we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught, as Alex Hormozy says, which is true. So I try to read it once a year. Every time I read it, it's like, from an emotional perspective, my life is better, because it's like, oh, now I have a better handle on the emotional experience, because the negative ones I don't want to feel, the bad ones, I just try to feel them as much as possible. And then that shortens the timeline where you have to actually experience it to begin with. I've done that when feeling anxious. Like when I've had like anxious attacks, like, through like romantic life, dating someone. And you just like, something just happens and your anxiety it just has a mind of its own, right? You just feel it as much as possible, especially when it's like really intense. When you get those moments where it's like really intense, like when you start really caring about the person, and become really important and significant to you, that's when it's like, fuck. Now I know I'm gonna really,
that shit eats up your day.
I'm gonna really feel it now. Especially at night. Shout out to Buddy who called out the night shit. Shout out to him. I normally have a good control of my shit. Night is when, if I ever do slip, it's night.
Yeah.
It's night and I can't sleep. It's that anyone else feel me? Anyone else done this?
100%.
Yeah.
I have these stress gummies I take when I'm in those situations sometimes, because it's just, I think it's like theanine and stuff, but yeah, sometimes it can be so intense. It's like...
Right. So y'all anxious attachers, feel me on that. It's at night when I can't. I'm gonna figure it out for y'all. I promise you. But shout out to Twitch TV. When I make a video on the Twitch, I'm gonna shout you out, bro, in the caption setting, because that was really. I'm so glad you said that on the live, that like it got worse for you at night. Because I'm like, it does get worse at night. So it's like, let me figure it out for myself first, and when I figure it out, I'm gonna spread the love to the rest of y'all. But yeah, for me, when I reflect, it's like, oh, at night when I can't sleep, when it's that combination, what you're thinking feels so fucking real. It feels so real. It feels so real until like you don't feel that way no more. And you go to sleep, and it's like you wake up, and it's like I was tripping a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you'll go through that experience and you'll learn it. You're like, okay, well, I just won't do that anymore. And then it happens again, and it's like you forget, you forget the fucking lesson.
Yeah.
Like you forget the
Hiding
lesson.
under the bed.
That's why I always say that the anxious attachment is kind of like possession. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're being possessed. You eat, sleep,
Yeah.
and then it's like you're like, oh, with a fresh set of eyes, this isn't as big of a deal as I thought it was. Happens to the best of us. But anyway, chat with Danny was, I think, because night and bedtime is when we reflect the most. Yeah, idle mind is a devil's playground. So it's like you don't want, like at night you're not fixated on anything, and your brain gets to like just explore, right? And if there's any trigger for your anxiety, that's when it's like gonna really take a hold. So anyway, what Danny was talking about earlier when he came up is we're going to Dallas August 14th through 17th. 14th through the 17th. Okay. Me and the mods are going. We got a couple of non-mods who are going, a couple of day ones who are going, a couple of plus ones who are going, hopefully. But we have a couple of slots, 2 to 3 slots for people who would like to also go. Is Eva here? I'm going to DC tomorrow. I don't know if Eva's here. I haven't seen her.
I haven't seen her in a minute.
Okay.
She hasn't answered any of the messages.
All right. Is she all right? Y'all check on Eva? That's my road dog. Now we gotta make sure Eva's all right. All right. Well, she says she gets like that sometimes. She just doesn't respond to things. So
I'll chase her down.
okay. But we have like 2 or 3 slots available. More may become available if other mods drop out. So we're doing a raffle where people in the chat can also come. You just have to be following Danny. So click Danny's profile, follow him, and message him so he can send you the form. People who have become clients, who've been paid coaching clients, get 3 entries into the raffle. So they have a 3x chance of winning. Okay. So again, if you haven't become a client, it's your opportunity to do so. This icon right here, hit that button below. Shoot me a message if you're confused, spiraling, don't know what you're doing in your dating life, your romantic life, your relationship, marriage, what have you. And I'll ask you about your situation. If I feel like you're a good fit for coaching, I will send you a link to book your coaching call. Okay. But clients get 3 entries. Okay. Yes. And what CJ said, you got to pass the vibe check. You got to pass the vibe check. Meaning, the mod's going to see you. Let's say we draw a name. We'll look at the name. We're going to be like, does he or she pass the vibe check? We're going to look at this chat. And if you've been crazy in the chat, you don't pass the vibe check. Probably don't want you around. We want the positive energy around. You feel me? We might do a little Q&A there. So also come with your questions. And yeah, it should be a real good time. Again, the dates are the 14th through the 17th. And who's interested? Like, put it in the chat if that's like something y'all were looking for. Something y'all were looking to do. Who's even near the Dallas area? Anybody here in Texas? Ray says she's interested. Yes,
Cool.
Hannah and her big head would be there. Hannah's big head is actually her +1. Hannah's forehead is her +1. So our +1s are almost capped. Maya says she's interested. V is interested. Oh, who the fuck is V? I don't know who V is.
Cool.
Okay. Nice.
And
V, you're not even following me, so I don't. Interested. You got some work to do, beloved. Sale. Send a
He already did. Sal's already on it, man.
Okay, nice. Cause we top heavy with women right now.
Yeah, we need some men.
Sale will be a good,
some cool ass men.
Right. Sale will be a good addition for sure. Sale ain't been a client though, so you know.
Oh, we need Sale to lock in.
So you want to increase
You want
to increase your chances, brother. You want to increase your chances. You already know how to get down. But we're likely gonna do this like Maya said 6 feet. Maya's tall. Maya, you're tall, right? How tall are you? You're 5'9", right? Maya's my height.
Just talking all this shit, but she hasn't DM'd me yet. She hasn't filled out the form, so she don't fill out the form, she can't be picked.
Okay, she's 5'9". Okay, what's up, twin? It's 5'9". I live in Dallas. Is it going to be a seminar? It's not going to be a seminar. No, but we are going to start doing seminars next year. We are going to do seminars next year for sure. Well, assuming I hit like these follower goals, pretty aggressive. Milli views, milli followers. But yeah, Danny's gonna help out with like doing seminars. He's already like thinking about getting or in the process of seeing if we can get some sort of venue to host us when we go to Dallas for like a little
I'm
Q&A.
reaching out to a few. Would you want to do that on the Saturday?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, cool. I'll start talking to them about it.
Yeah,
we'll get some venues lined up.
Should be exciting, folks. Should be exciting. But like I said, space is limited. You know, it's a nice little B&B, you feel me? But is there a pool there?
Not at this one.
I could have swore I saw a fucking pool. Where can I see? Oh, you put it in the mod chat, right?
I listed a couple. I sent a few to you. I think the other ones had pools.
I don't need a pool. I just thought. So I ain't got to lean out.
Nah.
I ain't got to drop 5 pounds before I go, huh? Where did you send the links? Oh, I know you sent. Never mind. I'm looking at the mod chat. Wrong chat. So what's going on in your love life, Dan? You dating actively, or what's going on? What's happening?
I don't have the energy for it right now, to be honest. I think I'm in a place where I'm taking a break, just focusing on some other things.
How long do you typically take breaks when you connect with someone that doesn't work out?
It depends. I think lately I'm at a point in my life where I can find someone new pretty easily, but I think I have to be very aware of when I'm not in the right headspace to connect. So usually about 2 to 3 months is about enough time. I don't think I'll need as much time this time around, but...
Just the one, ain't it? Just the B&B?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Cosmic Cowboy.
I think that's the B&B. Yeah, that's the B&B right here.
That's the B&B. It has a fire pit, has a fireplace, grill.
Right.
It's got a lot of nice amenities.
Right. I'm making some content in this bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm making some content in this bitch. Some OF content. What's in the RV? That's another sleeping area?
I think it's just like a mini house area. Film some nice stuff there. It's a good spot. Big kitchen we can throw down.
Very spacious kitchen. They said Express about to go ahead and
Express about to get that brunch.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, man. How hot is it gonna be though?
It's gonna be toasty.
Oh, that bathroom's dope too. Bathroom's dope. I thought the pictures were done, but apparently not. I could have swore there was a motherfucking pool in this bitch though. But it's all good. You don't need one.
Not that far from uptown Dallas. It's a few blocks away, so we're pretty close to. Wouldn't cost that much to Uber into any of the areas we want to go to, so pretty easy access. It'll be a fun weekend.
Yeah, this was a gorgeous spot.
Yeah, low key, I was looking at some of the coastlines and islands for next year. I'm already pre-planning the next trip.
For next year already? Yeah, hopefully, if we hit revenue goals, it'll be a paid for experience due to the Signal dating company. So the mods will just have to show up. They won't have to pay for any rooms or anything.
Yeah, if we get the seminars going, there can be a good revenue stream.
Oh, if the
for what you
seminars pop off,
Mm-hmm.
seven figs. If the seminars, but that's also recorded.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
If
want
we
to.
built that machine, I'd gladly walk away from the career path I'm in now. I kind of like this planning stuff. It's probably why I do the speed dating as much as I do.
Right.
There's a element of fun to it. I like the logistics and the planning and the marketing and all that.
Right. Right. Yeah, you seem to be having a blast planning this trip for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's lots of fun. I think it runs in the blood. My older sister, she's really good at planning weddings and stuff. She thought about
Really?
making that a side gig.
Right.
I don't know what happened to it, but she was really good at that too.
You were the right one. You were the right one for the job, brother. Cause you was on point.
Appreciate it.
You already done put the down payment in this bitch. I'm gonna send you the bread tomorrow.
Preach.
What else? Cause I don't know who would have planned it if not you. Hannah, not certainly not. It's too spacey.
This is very true.
She'll be too
She's
caught
too
up
busy
on like
arguing with her forehead.
Exactly.
On matters. Too much debate.
too caught up on what's cute. So you aren't wrong.
Well, I'll let you get some final calls here. Just wanted to drop in, give some people a chance to tap on me.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you taking the call.
Absolutely, man. It'd be easy. Express said she would be the planner if Danny wasn't here. No, we need that autistic genius. That's the job for autism. Autism is on the case. All right. So we got our in-house autist, Danny, to plan the trip. You gotta have someone autistic in like every domain of life, right? Like I only want to learn shit from autistic people. It's a super hack. Tell him, Danny. Anyway. Drop some questions in the chat, people. No more calls, though. I'm called out. CJ, you're coming for sure? That's a gift and a curse. How similar is ADHD and autism? I know like autistic people need a routine, and then ADHD people like the idea of a routine, but they don't like routines at all. Like I hate routines. When I have stuck to one, locked in. But I can't keep one. I used to beat myself up over that shit. I'm like, I would start a routine. I'm like, why can't I stay with this shit? I'll do it for months and be like, well, not even months. Really, like I think I cap out at 60 days, and it's like that routine is done for. Hannah, good point. Impulsivity will be my downfall. Okay. So CJ, you're definitely coming. My therapist just told me they go hand in hand. Man, I had a client today. I be trying to give therapists grace. There's great therapists out there. Fantastic therapists. Life-changing therapists, indeed. But that bar to entry is low as fuck. To me, I think so. I feel like somebody should like watch you live life for a quarter, like 3 months, to determine if you can actually become a therapist. Client told me his lady opened up to him that she was like SA'd in her younger years, and she like gets like kind of like weird over like physical contact, and they went to couples therapy for it, and was told you should try to take like smoke weed or take like some edibles to kind of loosen up. What? I immediately reacted. He was like, bro, tell me about it. I was pissed. I'm like, what? You know what you need to do? I got some Coke. Go do a line of Coke in the bathroom. You'll forget all about that SA. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. That being said, really good ones out there. Most are not. But that's any industry though. That's not unique to the mental health industry. Every industry on the planet. It's like the Pareto principle. Like 20% probably good. Therapist was the plug too. Maya funny as shit. She was like, and if you do want that weed, I got good prices. That's hilarious. What do you say, CC? I'm not taking any more calls. My therapist helps me stand on business. I'm too nice. That's good. Like I said, there's good ones out there. There's definitely good ones out there. Don't. I know some people are like, "Oh, therapy is bullshit." No, there's good ones. There's really good ones out there. There's life-changing therapists out there. It's just I feel like here's my take on it. I feel like you can only help somebody with certain work, right? And what I do is definitely part of it. You can only get someone to a level of development that you yourself have reached. Right? When I talk about like the 4-stage model I tell y'all about. Like I've told y'all, I can get y'all to 3B. I can't get you to 4 because I ain't at 4. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. When I was just talking about anxious attachment and like at nighttime being an issue, what did I say? When I figure it out for myself, I will share it. You see what I'm saying? Like, people tend to worship at the altar of theorizing. It's like, no, have you done it? Have you embodied it? Have you embodied it yourself? Have you gone through the experience? Right? Now, that's not always necessary. You could be a good football coach and not be great at playing football, right? When it comes to your own development, psychologically, your pastor can't get you any closer to God than he is. He can't do it. He can't do it. He can get you where he at, and then you may have to do this on your own if you're going to facilitate a stronger connection. You see what I'm saying? People don't live like that. To me, that's common sense. Like, I've always thought that way. When I used to like think about getting a personal trainer, when I was overweight, I was like, okay, I want a personal trainer who also used to be overweight. I don't want the guy who was born with a 6-pack, because he has the head knowledge. He understands what to do, but there's nuances he's missing because he hasn't gone through the experience. The guy who's lost, like Danny's lost what, like 60 pounds? Danny's like over 100 pounds? I forgot. You were big as shit though. So 100 is not far-fetched. Big as a motherfucker. 2 Dannys. Danny lost a Danny. You know they say like people kill a twin in utero? They like wrap the umbilical cord around their neck and they just take the twin out. Danny lost a Danny. Homicide. So, someone like Danny, I think, would be more helpful at telling someone who's overweight, if you were at the earlier live, a boot. Some of those boots on Hinge, those black Timberland boots off Hinge, he can make that boot smaller. He can make that boot smaller. Right? He can turn that boot into a loafer in no time. But he's going to understand nuances that, like, people who have just been in shape or just genetically lean, they're going to miss. I got a homeboy who did personal training. He used to get, like, really annoyed. He was like, just eat less. And I'm like, bro, you've been in shape your whole life. You don't know how it feels to, like, be overweight and, like, really struggle with that shit. Or eat emotionally. Like, it doesn't make any sense to you. You get annoyed by it. It's a different thing. So, it's best if somebody's, like, embody the experience with certain things. Not everything. Former big back here. I gotta be honest. Certain women, I get scared when I know they were former big backs because I've seen so many of them get pregnant and then I'm back. It's like, what the fuck? Where'd you come from? That is no excuse. Just because you were pregnant, it does not mean you just DoorDash everything. Did you miss me? Oh, shit. What? No, I didn't. I was glad you were gone. What's going on? That's a real thing. That's a real thing. I told y'all, if she don't got the fitness dialed in by 25, expect a yo-yoer. It's gonna be up and down. Pogo stick. It's gonna be up and down. I'm telling you. You get your little former athlete, you know what I mean? Even if they do, like, you know what I mean, they don't get back right. Just be patient. If they don't have, by 25 to 27, that range, if they don't have something locked in. She's rediscovering fitness at like 30. It's not guaranteed, man, but I've just seen it so many times. It's like a lot of them, it's not a lifestyle. It's I'm trying to get in shape for something. I'm trying to get in shape for something, like for summer, for a wedding, for this. Not because they like crash diet a lot of the time. They do a crash diet and they do something that's not sustainable. So they're just trying to get in shape for something, and then when that something ends, hey, Zatarain. What the fuck? When's the next wedding? I need you to make friends with only people who got married and get weddings coming up. Let's get another wedding in the books. I need back-to-back weddings. I need you to stay practicing. We gotta move somewhere hot where it always feels like summer. Because I don't know why you feel like when it's not summer, you just got to eat everything in sight. There was a woman I didn't go to high school with. I almost dated her, like before I dated my ex. Beautiful girl, beautiful. Buffet. It was buffet. Now there are women who, like, when they get bigger, they look really good. It's like, whoa, this is working for me. Those are the ones who, like, wear the weight. Yeah, there's guys like that too, right? It's like you'll see people who wear their weight very well. And it's like, okay. It's almost like you were meant to be bigger. And then you see people where it's like your shit just all over the place. Why is S now an S? Compatibility. Incompatible. Good person. Incompatible. Women more so wear it well as opposed to men. Facts. I agree to that. 100%. Women definitely wear their weight better than men do. But I don't know, man. Till you like get down to a certain level of leanness, you don't even know what you look like. You see how people just their face completely changes. Now that shit can go left too. That shit can go left. JP, you got too much dip on your chip, brother. Whoa. Relax. Gotta take the answer. Anyway, what was I saying? Bro, trying to get to school. You TMZ? What the fuck is going on? Motherfucker said, I need more pictures of Spider-Man, Parker. More pics of Spider-Man. What the fuck is going on? Did she send you? What's happening? How'd you get these pictures, Parker? Did he ever ask him how he got the pictures? Them motherfuckers be in the sky. They're like, damn, Peter, how'd you get up there? Did he take you with him? Only Spider-Man, hon. You ain't got no good pictures, nothing else. Just Spider-Man. That's the only person you got pictures of? Crazy. Anyway, like I said, brother, incompatibility. That's all you'll get out of me, for sure. And what kind of last minute questions I got in the chat? Last minute questions. Last minute questions. Questions. I had to shoot at a Karen on Facebook. I've been posting like clips on Facebook. Lady came at me, white lady. One of the whites. How dare you? It was a clip from like earlier this year where I was telling the guy to he was like speaking in a very like lethargic tone. And I gave him some of the OGs and mods may remember this call. And I was like, the way that you speak needs work. You're not speaking with any conviction. You're speaking as if you don't believe the words coming out of your mouth. Oh, go too far with the face. The point you're making, Kiana, was like when people lose too much weight and it's like shit looks sunken in. Anyway, white lady. So I was like, yeah, you need to speak with a bit more conviction, right? What I'm telling him is that he needs to add more energy and vitality to how he's speaking. But when I was talking to him, I was talking stern. White lady thought I was telling him to talk stern like that. And she was like, I get what you're saying, but to be honest, your tone as well isn't doing it for me. In fact, it sounds aggressive and condescending. So I don't think your tone works with women either. This is a fat, old white woman, by the way. And I said, Donna, respectfully, I wouldn't use any tone with you. She did not like that. She did not like that shit. Long ass. She left a long ass response. Donna was mad as shit. I'm sorry, Donna, if you're watching. She shouldn't be. She's blocked now. But Facebook is like, if I die and the first thing I see is a Facebook feed, I know I'm in hell. If I die and I see a Facebook logo, I'm like, oh, this is hell. I'm in hell. I didn't repent enough, apparently, because I'm certainly down south. the people there, like when I post my clips there, they do very well. Like I post a clip on Facebook, that shit getting like 20 to 60K views off the rip. But the people there are just the dumbest bunch of folks you've ever come across. Anyway, no more questions? Are we all questioned out? We tuckered out? I don't see any. He's jumping on Facebook like that. Oh, you have reviews? You know how dumb, like, I'm sorry. Facebook is a land of NPCs. So what made my clips take off on Facebook, you'll never guess, is simply adding those little captions. That's it. That's what the dummies like. Just me doing that. Oh, I can watch the video now because the words are colorful and on the screen. Oh my God, bro. Keep me away from that fucking app. I go there just to check shit. Like, okay, how much money am I making from Facebook? All right, cool. And I'll see a comment and it'd be someone like Donna leaving their 2 fucking cents. Whatever. What's up, Larry? Gotta be honest, brother. Don't like the name. Don't like the name. What can we do about that? All right, people. So I'm gonna head out. I'm tired now. But if you want your 1-hour coaching call, this icon right here, hit that button below. Shoot me a message about your situation if I can help you. And you are a good fit for coaching. I will send you a link to book a call. Okay. If you want to continue to watch these lives, make sure you follow. I also stream on YouTube, so you can watch past episodes of the live up there as well. If I didn't get to your question tonight, I will get to it. I might get to it tomorrow. We'll have weird live times tomorrow. Just keep your eye on that. Get your heart meet or put your notifications on so you can see it. But I'm going to DC tomorrow, so I'll probably be live at like weird times. I still plan on going live though. Yes, Miss Henson. I'm definitely going to Maple and Motor. Maz, let's make a note of that. Because she said it is fantastic. So we must make a trip. All right. Appreciate the Maz. Appreciate the chat. I will see y'all tomorrow. Take care.